Hey, good morning, everybody. Billy Rainford here from Direct Motocross. Coming at you here from the patio, the back patio at my parents' place in Lagoon City up here on Lake Simcoe in Ontario, Canada. So, been doing these little interviews here daily. We're going to try to keep them rolling. Today we got something pretty cool. We've got going to have Jetwerx CEO Justin Thompson, the big deal, the big shot, up here going to be talking with us. I'm just going to wait till he signs on here and starts following us. Looking for, I'm not sure if it'll be under Triple Crown or Jet Moto. We'll kind of wait and see what happens here. But yeah, lots of things. I just had that big announcement. We were going to do this earlier in the week, but then Justin mentioned they had some pretty big press releases coming out. So we wanted to wait until we had those to actually talk about it. It'd be kind of silly to have done it earlier in the week and then find out these. I think there he is now. Hey, there he is. I got you.
Oh, you make me sound like I'm a big shot or something.
Oh, you were listening. Oh, sorry. You weren't supposed to hear that part.
Oh, okay.
You got the CEO in front of your name. I could have said, what else could I have said?
No, I want to change that to like principal or something like that. That's what I feel like I am.
So what do you got in the backdrop there?
Oh, so actually we got a whole bunch of, I guess those are all the #1 plates that people have won since the series started. We haven't actually got them mounted. The whole office is in shambles right now. Everything's been shipped for our new studio and it's just piled up everywhere. So, because nobody's here. I'm the only one here. So
where are you? Where is it? You in Brigden or where are you?
I'm in Brigden, yeah. Yeah, we're in Brigden. So it was actually years ago. Well, not that long ago. This was a Scotiabank. So this became our office, I think, maybe a year or two. Well, maybe a year before we took over the Triple Crown. This was became the office. So we've been steadily building it for that since then. But it's coming together. I mean, we're getting a new studio put in it right now for not only to host all this new stuff that we got, but to also send everything live here to the studio from the track for our live events, which is going to be something cool for us this year.
Oh, nice. Okay. I thought you were going to say you're in your parents' living room or something like that.
I wish. Then everything's paid for.
Yeah, the canal's open. Believe it or not, the ice just melted off this thing. Like it happened like instantly a few days ago. So it's been finally warming up here in this part of the world.
No way. Where are you, Bill?
It's we're on the eastern edge of Lake Simcoe, basically straight east of Barrie.
I got you.
Yeah, there's a highway number 12 that goes along the eastern side of it, and you go north up into Gravenhurst and up into the whole Muskoka area, right? So it's just beautiful here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know it's crazy times with everything that's going on. You know, it's man, I on some levels I've enjoyed it with my kids being with me almost every day. At first, I was like, man, get these kids out of here. Now it's like, you know, we're fortunate enough we have a track in the backyard, so we've been riding and stuff like that. And so it's been good. The kids are getting a little antsy though. Last night was the first time I took them anywhere, and we went to a drive-through to get food.
Yeah, it's crazy times. Well, it's a good segue here. Let's talk about that. I mean, obviously you kind of hung on as long as you could. You kind of had to, and you had to have a, like you have said, you had an A, B, and a C plan. You had to throw plan A into effect, moving the Arena Cross series, right? So let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, how'd that come across, and how does everybody take the news? You know, I mean, we got a lot of money involved in this.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, realistically, we're just trying to stay well aware of what's going on around us to try to make sense out of what we're going to do moving forward. So, you know, we had to kind of just wait and see. It was one of those things that we weren't racing the next weekend like Feld was, so we didn't have to make the decision right away. We needed to see how this was going to shake out. And even to this day right now, I mean, it's day by day, right? Like nobody, I think, has the answers for this or, you know, and no one really knows what's going to happen and how long this is going to take. So we did the ABC thing. Obviously, A was to start our series the way it was supposed to. And then...
Oh, that was A, okay.
Yeah. And then B was, you know, to move it to what it was. And realistically, I think C's where we're going to be ending up. And I mean, you know, until we can say all that, I think that there's still more changes to come just because as a country and in the provinces, I don't think we're going to be allowed to race when we want to race. So, you know, I'm not so worried about it on the crowd side. I want to get the racers on track and have the race like that. Else, I think we can fill in the blanks as we go. But I think we're even a long ways out from that.
Okay, man. So let's talk about then. Let's move on to your. So at this point, we're starting in Calgary. We hope. I mean, big cities, tough. Might even be even stricter rules, right, as we go. So we're hoping to get into Calgary first round.
You know what? It's honestly even too early to even tell that. I mean, obviously, I wanted to make sure, and Kyle and I talked about it in depth. We wanted to put a mark on the board, just like the U.S. did. How Davey did it. So we wanted to put something up there that we can all hope for and hope everything comes together. But I mean, day by day, I think things are dragging a little bit longer than I think we all anticipated. So, I could really see us moving things again. But until that happens, I mean, we won't know here probably until the mid to end of the month. Then we'll, make a decision on what we're going to do.
Okay. And now the two big announcements here. We got the live show coming up. We got a studio show coming up on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I guess next week.
Yeah, no, we're excited about that. That's been something I probably even talked to you about this a couple of years ago, Bill. It was been a project we've wanted to do for a long time. We just, with the Triple Crown coming on and with all our stuff that we had to do everywhere else, it was just too much to try to pull it out year one. So we kind of left it. And then last year, we were recouping from year one. And then so we're back to the point where we were almost ready to do it this year without all this Corona stuff. But it made sense to do it now where we can at least have a voice out there to the people and give these teams, sponsors, tracks, everybody a voice so they can, we can bring them on, sit them down, and they can get a little love out to their sponsors and their partners and whatnot. That was the ultimate goal, is to build something that we had the infrastructure, we had the connections with the broadcast, and with Mav coming on this year in a big way. We were excited about all that, so it made sense to do it now.
Right on. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, you guys are also only an hour down the road from me, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, no, between all the media outlets, that's yeah. He'll be on the window.
I'll be lurking around the background, but no, it's going to be cool. But you got your brother, we got Kyle Thompson, we got Ryan Gall, we got Brett Lee too. Nice to see Brett Lee getting pulled in. Yeah,
so it's and it's going to be a kind of a makeshift type setup and scenario. Obviously, first few weeks with the virus being around, obviously people will be Skyping into similar to what we're doing right now. So a lot of it will be a lot of editing on the backside, but I mean, it'll be good that we can have these discussions about our sport and where we're going and how we're going to try to get there, having them on TV and having them on an audience that is a little bigger than just our motocross community. So we're really fortunate that Mav stepped up and allowed us to do this. And I want it to be a staple in their programming. So we're looking right now, Wednesdays from now until the end of the series at least. So that's the goal.
Okay, cool. Well, we look forward to that. I mean, like you say, we'll have to look for over the phone kind of stuff and all those kind of interviews coming ahead. You're obviously not going to have people in the studio just yet, but that'll be cool moving forward. And it's just something great for the series, right? Obviously, the more stuff we have, the better. But now the other big thing, and I think this is amazing, is that whole Cardo thing. We're going to be the first real series in the world to have communication between mechanic and rider. Absolutely.
And I know I spoke briefly with you about this the other day, Billy, but I was excited about that. We've been talking off and on with those guys for a long time. And, in the U.S., I understand with the way that the AMA is structured and stuff, and I talked to Dingman quite a bit. I mean, their structure takes a long time to get a process through, like the in-ear communication. And I know that they will do that into the future at some point. But it's extremely awesome for, the Rockstar Triple Crown series to be the first to have the in-ear communication, that a spotter could tell that a rider's down, or your bike's smoking, pull off the track before you endo. I mean, stuff like that I think
pass the beat rider.
Yeah, I think is gonna help us.
See you, Cooley.
It's gonna help us get a little bit ahead on a lot of things and make it safer, right? And so with those guys stepping up and helping the whole situation, it really is changing the game. So I'm excited to see what it unfolds with it.
And now, what about spectators and fans and TV broadcasts? Will we be able to tune into some of them, or was that after the fact?
No, at this point right now, the cool thing that they have is the communication is basically earmarked to those devices together, and that's their patented technology, right? So at this point, it's a safety thing for us, letting the riders talk with their crew chief and whatnot. That's the whole point of it. Sure, now the details of this right now, but we do have 2 or 3 other big announcements that are coming, and one of them has a lot to do with what you're talking about right now. That's as much as I can tell you, but there's a lot of new technology that's coming to the table. It's a lot of it's been used in Formula One and stuff like that. The companies out of Israel, a great group of guys. We've been working with them here every single week to get this pulled together. So it's going to be good to have them on board too, and we'll announce that here in the next little while. Probably on the show we'll announce it. Not in the first couple weeks or so, but that's going to bring a new level of fan interaction that we've never seen in any motocross around the world. So it's going to be nice that we've not only got the communication side for the riders and the teams. That's really cool, but we'll have fan interaction that'll come about. So.
So day-to-day basis right now, you're just kind of in constant contact with tracks and sponsors and things, I guess?
Yeah, we've been, everybody's been working from home. Kyle doesn't even come into the office or anything. I come in here because we still got shipments coming in, and I'm closest to the place. So that's really what I've been doing. Today I was here doing just catching up on some emails and stuff. But I mean, it's kind of a ghost town. I mean, it's weird and eerie, right? That this is like go time. We'd be, pulling stuff out and banners, and it's kind of weird that way. But on the other side of it, it's allowed us to do stuff that maybe we wouldn't have got done any other way. So, I think. Go ahead.
Looking on the bright side.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, with this, we'll come out of it as all humans. We'll pull through this, and it'll. I think now's the time to really bear down. If you have a company or even you're a rider or anything, now's the go time, right? You bear down in your own little way and do what you got to do. But I mean, if you come out strong on the other end, I think that's the biggest thing right now.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't want this to cut out right without. That's the 2 main things I wanted to talk about. Certainly was the Cardo and the live show, the Inside X, coming up on Wednesday. So everybody watch for that. And then watch for the advancements with that the Cardo, the in-ear communication with rider and mechanics and stuff. But Justin, thanks, man. You want to real quickly before we get cut off here? But anybody you want to thank? Like, you need to thank some people?
I just want to thank obviously all of our partners. I mean, there's too many of them to list, but everybody in their own ways helped us through everything that we're doing since day one. So all of them, and obviously all our staff. I mean, our staff's puts up with a lot all year that. It's a tough go. So I appreciate all that. And then all you media, I mean, you guys got a job that, I mean, man, you're going coast to coast, living under your van half the time to make sure the content's out there. Okay. Sorry, your big motorhome. Your motorhome.
First class flights, 5-star hotels.
Okay. So it's just like, it's a group effort. And I mean, Canada, I think, can pull together, and this show, I hope, will help that.
All right, Justin, again, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Billy.
A little short there, but I appreciate you. I know, let's pretend you had a big meeting to go to. So we
Okay, I did, yeah.
Okay, he does. Okay, man, thank you very much for doing this, man. We'll watch for the next the next press release coming out, and we look forward to getting to racing, hopefully in June.
Sounds good, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Talk to you later.
Bye.